All right, the draft is still going, but we're gonna give our little post-draft reaction to at least the top 15. So that's what we did in our mock draft earlier this week. And let me just say, I'm 4 for 7 on the draft board. So your boy did pretty
I
good on
am
the
1 for
draft.
7.
Yep, Reed is 1 for 7. Only got Mobley right, so top 3.
Jalen Green, I got the number 2 correct, which if you can even count that.
Yeah. Well, obviously,
No, I think we should count.
The
we should count
Suggs.
that you got Scotty Barnes right at the 5, and I got Jalen Suggs at the 4 because I was very surprised that the Raptors did not pick Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised too. And this is like another thing that we texted about. Like, if they pick Suggs, or if the Raptors picked Scotty Barnes, wait, I'm an idiot.
The Raptors picked Scotty Barnes.
Oh, the Raptors picked Scotty Barnes. So if they pick Scotty Barnes, this probably means they're going to re-sign Lowry. I'm thinking.
And they could be shopping Siakam around the league. See what they're going to do with him, because I think they're very similar in terms of like their positions and stature. So I think they're probably going to try to get rid of Siakam.
Yeah.
And I know, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard Kendrick Perkins talking about this during the draft.
Goofy.
Where so you got to take everything he says with a grain of salt. But I know
a big boulder sized grain of salt.
Yeah, no, definitely from him. But I know he said that Siakam was kind of unhappy with the organization as a whole, and like Nick Nurse, he may not want to stay there. So that's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with them.
Yeah, but I just want to say right now. So I got
voice crack.
I just ate dinner. But okay, I just want to say this. I got Cunningham right. I got Mobley right, obviously. So I got 2. My third one that I got right was Jonathan Kuminga at 7, and I got James Bouknight at 11. So I just want to say that right now. Bouknight was my hype pick because I was like, yo, Hornets get Bouknight. So that means they're going to be like offensive powerhouse in the East. I love the
especially
pick.
with LaMelo and
him. LaMelo.
They're going to be working so well together.
And I assume they're not going to re-sign Malik Monk, so they have Devontae Graham and Tyree Rozier, great backup guards. And then they got
Miles Bridges.
And then they still got Gordon Hayward.
Honestly,
and they got PJ Washington at the 5 or whatever. It's a great lineup.
No, the Hornets are shaping up to be quite the threat in the East
in about 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, they were doing really well with when LaMelo was in. Then he got injured. He came back, but they ended up losing didn't they win in the play-in, or did they lose?
They lost.
Yeah, but
they lost to the Wizards. So
okay, yeah. Wait, didn't they play the Pacers?
Dude, I honestly don't remember.
Okay. I forget. But either way, yeah, the Hornets are going to be a threat in the East. I'm calling it.
Yeah, and I'm just going to be telling the picks that happen every so often. So yeah, the Hawks just selected Jalen Johnson, so that happened. No, I'm surprised he dropped out of the. I mean, we had him going 12, so that's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah. Also, doesn't that so they just picked Jalen Johnson? That means Keon Johnson is still on the board.
Keon Johnson's still on the board, and we had Keon Johnson going 8. So our board.
Well, I had Keon Johnson going 8, so I know all my picks were incorrect.
I'll just say, after the 4th pick, our board went to crap because Josh Giddey went. I mean, Josh Giddey was a wild card, and a lot of people were talking about him going either like top 5 or like below, like out of the lottery. Another one that came up surprisingly, Franz Wagner got picked 8 over Davion Mitchell. I thought Davion Mitchell was going to be 8. And then Franz Wagner was going with the Kings at 9.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised about that as well. But Josh Giddey's draft stock like skyrocketed in just like the week before the draft. Not even the week; it was like a couple days or something like that. But yeah, his draft stock absolutely skyrocketed. Yeah. I think it's good. I think that's definitely an interesting pick for the Thunder. I think that I know that they were talking about moving SGA. I don't know if that's still going to happen anymore with Josh Giddey coming in, but I know that the Thunder are definitely going to have a solid lineup. I don't know. Playoff possibly.
I don't know, but OKC playoff doesn't sound like those things mesh together really that well.
I think playoffs could happen, but I don't see them going very far.
Oh, also, not to mention the Cavs denied trading the number 3 pick for SGA number 6. Let's just talk about that.
Yeah. So
they denied that, and I would have taken that in a heartbeat. Well, as a Celtics fan, I guess as a Cavs fan, you maybe don't want to overload on guards. Maybe that's
what
the
I
reason.
was just about to say. They already have Garland and Sexton, but they're also talking about possibly moving Sexton,
which means SGA would have been a great fill at the 2.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's way more defensively minded than those two combined. So
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, so I was a little surprised by that, but I guess I mean the Thunder. If I were the Thunder, I would keep SGA now.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know,
He's definitely their centerpiece around all the young
Mhm.
pieces and picks that they've collected. They collected 2 more picks, trading. Um, oh crap, what did they trade? They traded.
They have so
Oh,
many
Esper
picks.
and Segun. They traded Esper and Segun to the Rockets. I think the Rockets.
Yo, another voice crack, my guy.
I was legit upping my voice because I was actually confused. Okay, the Rockets got Esper and Segun for 2 first-round picks. So
right,
the
yeah.
Thunder got 2 more first-round picks. So think about it. The Rockets. I mean, the Thunder have too many first-round picks that aren't going to be able to be used at that point. If they sign all the people they draft, they would run out of roster spots, and they would have to drop a bunch of people. So
Oh yeah.
that's all I'm saying. Going back to the draft because we're sidetracked a little too much. Our 2 surprise picks that came out of nowhere. I mean, a lot of people were talking about them being like wild cards. They could go like top in the lottery or just fall down like out of the first round. But Joshua Primo and Chris Duarte, 2 really wild card picks. And I was listening to a podcast today, this league, and Trisha was talking about Chris Duarte could have been easily a top 10 player, and his draft stock's definitely risen again, just like what's his name, Joshua Giddey in the last few weeks.
Mhm.
And so I'm really surprised he got picked 14. But congrats to Josh Duarte at Oregon and Joshua Primo. I had good thoughts about Primo, so I thought he was going to go first round.
No,
So
Duarte got picked 13th.
13th. Well,
Yeah.
12 and 13. My bad.
Yeah.
Point being, they got picked top 15, and those guys
they got picked in the lottery, which not at least I mean
none of us
expected that.
They were not on my draft board on our mock draft, and I'm just gonna say these guys were wild cards, and I had good opinions about them, but I just didn't expect them to go lottery, so I didn't really think too much about them until they got drafted 12 and 13. So
I think they're good picks for the Pacers and the Spurs. Because Joshua Primo on the Spurs, he's a good shooter. And the Spurs definitely need some shooting.
Even though Corey Kispert would have been a better shooter, in your opinion, but
that's learned something. I was saying. Well, no, because Corey Kispert, and I guess in my opinion, is the best shooter. I think a lot of people were saying that he's the best shooter in the draft. So I was pretty surprised that he fell all the way to 15th, but I still like that pick for the Wizards. I think they're going to try to build around Bradley Beal, especially since they just got rid of Westbrook, which is an absolutely huge trade, which I guess we won't go too far into now.
Yeah, we'll go talk about it next week in the full episode because I think that's going to be when we talk about
that's an absolutely huge blockbuster trade that we're going to have to talk about. But and for the Pacers, Josh Duarte, if I'm even pronouncing that correctly, he's also
Duarte.
A good shooter. Yeah, there you go. He's also a good shooter, and he can create his own shot, which is something that the Pacers definitely need on the perimeter and in the mid-range. He's going to work well with Malcolm Brogdon, and hopefully if he has good enough playmaking skills, he'll be able to find some bonus down in the paint. So I think the Pacers definitely got a good pick with Chris.
Yeah. And again, with Duarte, Joshua Primo, again, Alabama's produced some really good people starting from, we first learned about Alabama being good at basketball when Colin Sexton got drafted. And I mean, I guess Alabama's on a roll now, and following college football, you think Alabama doesn't have any other good sports except for football, but now you see their basketball program starting to produce some decent talent. So I guess Joshua Primo is what's the word? Byproduct of that. I was gonna say offspring, but that doesn't sound right. But byproduct.
That's kind of
offspring of the program. I don't know. Yeah, but the byproduct of it.
He was born in the program.
Is born in the program and was developed under Alabama's staff, so that's great. Also, Esper Segun was my last thing I want to talk about. Esper Segun got drafted outside the lottery. Well, he got drafted 16, but still, and the lottery's technically 14 and above, but I really count the 15 in there just because it's the top 15, it's top half of the draft. So he got drafted out of the top 15. So, I mean, he got drafted 16. He's going to the Rockets. I think that's a great fit for him just because, they're looking for any type of forward / center that they need to fill next to Christian Wood if they re-sign Christian Wood. We don't know what's exactly going to happen with, the Rockets offseason is very wishy-washy. There's a lot of trades going on.
But they have really, honestly, they got the second pick with Jalen Green, which I didn't think was a big surprise to anybody. And like you said, they just got another pick there. So
Alperin. I keep thinking Esperin, but it's Alperin Segun. Alperin.
Yeah, all right. So there you go. That guy is going to Rockets as well. I'm not even gonna try to butcher his name. But yeah, so I think honestly the Rockets made out pretty good with this draft. I think,
and not to mention, hold on, they still have 23 and 24. So
yeah, so picks honestly, first round picks at any point are pretty valuable. So the Rockets definitely have some good things going for them. I think personally, I think they're gonna probably trade a couple,
or at least one.
because
I mean, they don't have too many.
yeah, at least one.
How many
'Cause
second
like
round
you
picks
said,
they got?
they have a lot of not a lot of roster space with all these picks coming in.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And again, like just talk about. I want to talk about. Like, I mean, that's a lot. Oh, Keon Johnson just got drafted 21st to the Knicks.
Jeez.
To the Knicks. He's stuck on the Knicks.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Jeez. All right. Well, there goes his career. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, him and Kai Jones about to tear up in Madison MSG, bro. I'm just saying.
Didn't Kai Jones get drafted by? Oh wait, didn't the Hornets trade him to New York? Or was it the other way around?
No. New York. No, what? Kai Jones? No, Hornets traded. Okay, so the Hornets got Kai Jones. I mean,
yeah. So I think he got drafted by the Knicks and then
he got traded to the Hornets
to Charlotte.
And then Keon Johnson. It's only going to be Keon Johnson and Julius Randle, even if he wants to stay. Also, Isaiah Jackson just got drafted by 22 by the Lakers at 22. So you drafted Isaiah Jackson 14. So what are your thoughts on him falling this far?
I mean, honestly, I didn't know too much about him. He was kind of like a scramble pick for me. I was looking at the NBA draft prospects, and he was higher up on there. So I threw him in there. I think he's gonna be an interesting. I definitely. I mean, the fact that he fell that far is a little embarrassing on my part.
Got drafted to the Lakers.
Yeah, so maybe he'll do some good things with the Lakers, but I mean, they have a huge big three right now with Westbrook, LeBron, and AD. So we're gonna see if the rookie gets any playing time at all.
Well, especially since he's a big, and then those three guys all clog the paint. So what are you gonna do with the other two spots? You gotta get shooters, man. Lakers have a terrible roster chemistry or roster.
I don't know what's gonna happen with the Lakers. I feel like they're banking too much on their stars, but that's a conversation.
That's a conversation for next week. So we'll talk about that next week. We got a lot of trades to talk about next week.
Yeah, so many.
The draft is still going on. So 23 to 30 still needs to get picked. And I mean, honestly, we just wanted to do a reaction like right now for the top 15. Didn't go the way we wanted to. I mean, it went pretty good for me, 4 for 7.
Yeah, over pretty 50%. Good for you.
Let's go. So I'm hyped. And I mean, we'll see y'all next week with the full episode. I don't think there's any other things going on between now and next week. I don't know. Is it NBA?
Just like a whole bunch of trades that are probably going to happen.
Yeah,
we're going to have to like. We'll probably get notifications like as we're recording about trades. I bet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember when the let's see, top player start date. Okay, start date for moratorium. Let's see. We'll look at this right now. You know,
also Isaiah Jackson just got traded to the Pacers.
What?
Like 1 minute ago.
What? Okay, well, this is too much for us, Fall. We'll finish watching the drafts, and then we'll see what our thoughts are next week. I'm just gonna say the Celtics only have a second round pick. We're not getting anything good, so yeah, I'm not banking on anything.
That. We got a lot of good second round picks.
You got Joker. That's it. That's Joker. Anyway, we've been rambling on.
No, wasn't Draymond Green also?
No,
he was like 35th.
I guess he was. I don't know. I don't remember. But
I think he was, but I could be wrong.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll see y'all next week. We've been rambling on a little too long about the draft, so
yeah,
we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.